All right, let's get started. Hello. We are going to begin in child's pose today. So allow yourself to walk yourself to the back of the mat, sitting back on your heels. Take a moment and a breath here. Welcome yourself to your practice. And gently lower your chest over your knees, walking the arms towards the top of the mat and lower the forehead. And take 3 slow, deep rounds of breath here. Inhaling fully, expanding the body 360 degrees with that breath in, and letting it melt down on the breath out. Release tension from the jaw, tension from the mind. And when you're ready, slowly roll the spine back up to sit, sitting back up on the heels. Then we're going to widen our knees to the edges of the mat for a wide-legged child's pose. Again, lowering the torso down to the mat between the knees, lowering the forehead. And taking 3 more deep rounds of breath here, beginning to connect that breath with movement. Tuning in to the in and the out, the expansion and the contraction. On your last exhale, open mouth, let it go. Press the hands into the mat and stretch through the shoulders, through the arms. And then inhale, coming up to tabletop. Bring the knees together and lower onto your belly. Extend the right arm long next to you and lower the left cheek to the mat. Looking out over that right hand. Left hand is planted next to your chest, and on an inhale, bring your chin to the mat and gently roll towards the right, finding that shoulder opener. You can just spending a few breaths here into the right arm and the right shoulder. Continuing to find some deep breaths. And then gently lower to the mat. We'll switch sides. Extend the left arm long. Bring the right hand next to you. And then gently roll to the left, letting the left side of the face roll on the side of the mat as well. Lifting that right knee, maybe. Breathing into now the left side, shoulder, arm. Deep breaths here. And on your exhale, slowly make your way back to your belly. And press up to tabletop. Bring your knees directly under your hips, hands under the shoulders. And extend the right leg long and the left arm long out like you're shaking hands, pressing out with a flat foot. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl it in, elbow to knee, and find a cat back. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl it in. Tuck it in, hug the belly button in. One more time. Inhale to extend. Make yourself as long as you can. Exhale, hug it in, tuck that knee up, tuck the chin. Inhale to expand, and then lower. And we'll switch sides. Left leg extends long, back flat foot. Extend the right arm long. Take a breath to find your balance. Then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Elbow to knee, tuck the chin, hug everything up. Inhale to expand. Exhale, finding cat pose, pressing the back of the heart space towards the ceiling. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug it in. Tuck it in as tight as you can. Inhale to extend and release. Take a normal round of cat and cow. Exhaling, cat, inhaling, cow. Adding the organic movements that your body feels this morning. Then bring the knees together. Shift the weight over your heels so you're sitting back on your feet. Bring your hands a few inches behind you, and you can either prop yourself up with your fingertips or maybe lowering all the way down to your hands with the fingertips facing your feet. Squeeze the legs in, hug the inner thighs down towards the mat, and inhale, lifting up, finding a little stretch in that front hip flexor area of both legs. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, lifting up, hip flexor, quad stretch. Keep pressing the inner thighs, spinning them in and down. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lifting up, opening through the heart, spinning the legs down and in. Exhale, lower the hips down, coming back up to our hero pose. And shift the legs to one side. Extend the right leg long and bring the sole of the left foot in towards the inner thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the right hand towards that right foot. Lengthen through the left arm as you spin your heart towards the sky. And then exhale as you lower over that right leg, reaching for the right toe or the right ankle. Down the shin, the left arm comes up overhead, but keep that shoulder open. So pull that left shoulder open. Maybe take your hand to the back of your head. Breathe, finding a little bit of expansion in that left side body. If you're feeling it like me, it's really tight. So just be gentle, come up out of the posture a little bit if you need a little bit more space to start. And focus on that deep breath. Final round of breath here. And then inhale, release the hand, coming back up, sitting up straight and switching legs. Extend the left leg long, bring the sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, drop the left hand down, the left leg reaching for the ankle, the toe. Right arm comes up overhead. Press the outer arm into the inner leg to reach up and spin the heart towards the sky. Right arm comes up overhead, but keeping that shoulder open, maybe you bring your hand to the back of your head, your right hand to the back of your head. Pull the right shoulder back, lifting up out of the stretch if you need, and breathe into the right lungs, the right lung and the right ribs. Deep, slow breaths. Give yourself time to open up. Final round of breath here. Inhale, release the hand from the head, sit it back up. And widen both legs long for a seated, wide-legged forward fold. Shrug the shoulders down your back. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale, lift the sternum to meet the shin as you tuck your chin. And then exhale, walk the hands forward as you lower between the legs. It's gentle, easy here, nothing too intense. Find some space between each vertebrae on the inhale. And release the chest on each exhale. Just allowing yourself to move millimeter by millimeter closer to the earth. Keep the chin tucked and the gaze straight down. And tent the fingertips, inhale, halfway lift, and walk the hands back as you sit up. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle pose. Shrug the shoulders down the back, sit up straight, slight suck of the chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bringing the heart past the toes, maybe grabbing them, rubbing the toes with your hands, clasping your fingertips around the top of the feet. Finding some length in the spine, not curling forward here, more of a hinging in the hips forward than a curling. So lengthen through, heart forward, tuck the chin, gaze straight down, and breathe. 2 more rounds of breath here. And then inhale to sit up. Bring the knees together to close and lower onto your back. Extend the left leg long, tuck the right knee in for wind removing pose, clasping your fingertips around the top of the knee. Squeeze that right knee in as you press out through the flat left foot. And then with your right hand, take your big toe with your first 2 fingers. You can also use a strap here. Bring your left hand to your hip to help ground the left side of the body and extend that right leg long. Or whatever long looks like for you. Maybe you've got a deep bend in that knee. Maybe you've got your strap. And work in pressing the heel up and straightening through the back of the leg. Pulling that right hip down so you're still using that action of wind removing pose. And then when you're ready, gently opening that right hip towards the right side, bringing the right foot over the right side of the mat. 2 more breaths here. Maybe you look over your left shoulder. Inhale the gaze back to center, foot follows. Bend that knee, hug it in again for wind removing pose on this side before we go ahead and switch to the other side. So release the right knee, extend the right leg long. Hug that left knee in, crossing the fingertips over the top of the knee. Draw that left knee down as you press out through that right foot. Squeeze it in, tuck the chin. And then with your left fingers, grab your big left toe or take your strap. Right hand comes to your right hip, help ground down that right side. Inhale, lift the foot towards the ceiling, beginning to straighten through that left leg. More than welcome and encouraged to keep a bend in that knee, especially at this point, opening the class. Don't want to go too far. We will be revisiting this shape, pressing up through the heel, and then gently releasing the left leg towards the earth on the left side. Working on straightening through by pressing out through the heel, opening the hip. Maybe you turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Inhale back to center. Hug that left knee in, give it a little squeeze. And then bring both knees in. Give yourself a hug. Wrap the forearms around the shins. Bring the forehead to the knees. Hugging into a little ball. Begin to gain some momentum by rocking up and down the spine, massaging out each side. And we're going to roll up to a squat. Feel free to get there, however works best for you. So feet apart, toes slightly out, elbows into the knees, hips and your tailbone are dropping down between the feet. Heart is lifted. Deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. Plant the hands down in front of you. Slowly roll the spine to a forward fold, heel toe the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, dramatically roll the spine up to stand, taking your time, bringing the arms up with you at the top. Palms together, exhale them down through heart center, finding Anjali Mudra, prayer hands, gaze down at your fingertips, shoulders relaxed. And taking a breath here in a moment to prepare the body and the mind for the following asanas, which ultimately prepare us for meditation and concentration, that connection with ourselves and the divine, the greater consciousness. Breathe into yourself, feeling your feet firmly on the mat. On your exhale, release the hands, lift the gaze. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale. And your exhale brings your hands to your mat. Step back to plank or hands and knees. Holding here for just a breath. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, lower knees and chest and chin. Inhale, forward to cobra, roll the shoulders down the back, lift the heart, tuck the chin. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. You can pedal out your feet. And we'll take a couple more than 2 breaths, actually. Allow the head to hang heavy between the shoulders. Pressing your chest towards your thighs, lifting up through the sitting bones. 1 more deep breath in here. Open mouth, exhale, let it out. Look between your hands. Tiptoe towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand. Bring the arms up with you. And then exhale, bring the hands behind you, clasping the fingertips for standing yoga mudra. Draw the fists down the low back, opening through the heart. Heel toe the feet. Maybe about hip fist width distance apart so you feel strong and stable. Keep a little buoyancy in the knees, a couple little bounces. And then inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, forward fold just halfway as the arms come up overhead. And keep a slight bend in the knees here. But lengthen away from the pelvis. So finding that halfway lift, press the hips back, lengthen through the torso. Slowly letting the arms come up more overhead, maybe dropping the head down. Inhale, halfway lift, coming up with a straight back. Bend the knees, release the hands. Inhale to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Hold here. On our next exhale, we're going to lower through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle into your down dog. And looking back at your right ankle, take your left hand and grab the left ankle, the left knee, somewhere back there. That works. Taking that stretch. Exhale, plant that left hand back down. Settle into down dog. Look back at your feet. Inhale, lift up through the hips, ground down through the feet and the hands. And then take your right hand and grab the left ankle outside of the left leg. Maybe look up under your left armpit. Full breath out. Plant that right hand back. Look between the hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Sweep the arms up as you drop your hips down. Weight in the heels, toes are light. Shoulders plugged in. Maybe sinking back a little bit more. Shift the hips back. Arms come up. Good, you've got this. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step the right foot back, warrior two, plant the right hand, inhale, spin the arms up and open, sinking into your warrior. So grounding down at the same time, drawing that energy up. Open through the hips and the shoulders. Breathe. Keep breathing. Find a focal point. And reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the inside of the left leg. Spin that back heel up. We'll take a few rounds of dynamic lizard. So you can either keep your right knee lifted or you can lower it down, which is what I'm going to do. And on an inhale, tent up on the fingertips, roll the shoulders down the back, pull the heart forward, finding a cow-like pose. Inhale, drop that left knee. Exhale, curl the spine, hug that left knee into the left shoulder as you tuck the chin. Inhale, find some opening as you pull your heart through. Exhale, curling the spine, hugging the elbow and the knee in, tucking the chin. And take a couple more of these on your own breath rhythm. Getting into that hip. Exhale it out. Inhaling, coming back to lizard pose, lifting up off that right knee. And we're going to walk the hands over the right side of the mat, finding a wide-legged forward fold. Drop the head, lift the hips. Weight is in the heels, head hangs heavy. And just here for a breath. Inhale, halfway lift, heading the fingertips up, straight spine. Walk the hands back to lizard, spinning the back heel up. Lower the right knee and let the left knee meet it for tabletop. Plant the left hand in the middle of the mat, sweep the right arm up. Reach up, open to the heart, and exhale. Thread the needle, dropping that right fingertip underneath you to the other side, lowering to your right shoulder and right side of the face. The left arm can come up overhead, or if you're ready for a little bind, reach that left arm up and bring the back of the left hand into the crease between your thigh and the right side body, or wherever it goes. Maybe you're just putting your hand on your hip to start, back of the hand on the low back. Breathing here. Inhale, release the bind, planting that left hand next to your face. Press into that left hand to slowly bring yourself up. Unwind, bring that right arm back up. Open up, feels so good. Exhale, plant that right hand down in the middle of the mat. Other side. Sweep the left arm up, opening the heart towards the left side of the mat. Fingertips reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, gentle threading that left arm underneath you. Lowering to the left shoulder, left side of the face. Walking the right fingertips overhead. Breathing here. And then taking the bind, reaching the right arm up and around. Back of the right hand to the low back. Or maybe you can wiggle it in between the belly and the top of the thigh. Maybe you keep it on your hip. Find what works here. A couple rounds of breath. On your next exhale, open mouth, let it go. Inhale, release that right arm, stretches up. Plant that right hand next to your face. Press into the hand to release. Left arm re-extends. Exhale, plant it down. Meet me in downward facing dog, tucking the toes, sending the hips back. Sitting bones up, heels down, chest towards your thighs. Looking back at your knees. Spread your fingertips wide, draw that energy up and in. And look between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Bend your knees, sink the hips down, reach up with the heart. Just more breaths here. You got it. I'm right here with you. Exhale to stand, mountain pose. Take a breath, take a rest. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step the left foot back, warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Finding your warrior two, settle down into the posture. Still finding that lift. Open through the shoulders, open through the hips. Reaching it wide. Inhale, reach forward with the front palm, reverse warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to the inside of the right foot for our lizard pose. Heel toe that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Lower the left knee if you'd like, untuck the toes, and we'll take that dynamic lizard on the other side. Inhaling, pulling the heart forward, opening that right knee. Exhaling, drawing that right knee in towards the right shoulder, curling the spine, finding a cat-like pose. Inhale, opening through the hips, dropping the hips down as you open that right knee, look up. Exhale, curl it in, and then continue with these dynamic movements with your own breath rhythm. Breathing into the lengthening of the front left hip flexor as well. Go ahead and even out. Coming back to your neutral lizard. Tuck the back toes, lifting up off that leg. Walk the hands over the left side of the mat for wide-legged forward fold. Just a couple breaths here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Drop the head and the neck. And then inhale, tent the fingertips up. Walk the hands back towards the top of the mat. Lower the left knee. Find tabletop with the right, and we'll take puppy pose this time. So walking the hands towards the top of the mat. Keep the hips over the knees as you lower your heart towards the mat. You can use blocks here for support if you need to bring the floor up a little bit closer to you. Forehead to that block or the floor. And breathe. Two more rounds of breath here. Walking the hands in towards each other, press the hands into the mat to slowly come up out of your puppy pose. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale the right heel up and back, and then draw the heel in towards the glute and open the right hip. So stacking the hips. Just finding a little stretch here. Exhale, release, bringing that right foot back down to the mat. Other side, extend the left leg long. Bend the knee to tuck the heel in towards the glute and open that left knee towards the sky as you stack your hip. Both hands stay planted. Exhale, release. Look between your hands and step, walk, or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Sinking the hips down, hugging the ribs in, lifting through the sternum. You've got it. 2 more breaths here. Inhale to stand. Finding your moment of peace, gratitude, catching up with your breath, refocusing the mind, drawing the palms together at heart center, and tucking the chin, looking down at your fingertips. Take a full breath in, a full breath out through open mouth. Release the palms. And step the right foot to the back of the mat. Turn to face the side, finding a 5-pointed star, and then pivoting on your feet to face the back of the mat for triangle pose. Reach forward with the right fingertips. Drop the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Reach up with the left hand. Use your blocks if you need. And then slowly lower that right hand to the mat. You might need to widen your stance, so maybe step that left foot back. Try to keep that front leg straight. And then walk that right hand past underneath the left leg, the right leg. So right fingertips reaching towards the right side of the mat underneath the right leg. Left arm is still lifted. Maybe take a little bind by bending into the elbow and finding your low back. Release, inhale the left arm up. Bend into that right knee, sweep that right arm up, finding our 5-pointed star, and we'll take that same posture on the other side. So triangle towards the top of the mat, so your left foot is forward. Reach forward, drop that left palm, reach the right arm up. Back of the left hand is in the inside of the left leg. And then walk that right foot back as much as you need to lower your left fingertips towards the mat. Little bend in the left leg is okay. Walk that left hand underneath your left leg just a bit towards the edge, reaching up with the right arm. Spitting the heart towards the ceiling, looking up at the right fingertips. Maybe taking that bind, bending at the elbow, bringing the back of the left hand to the low back. Breathe. Inhale, extend that right arm back up. Slight bend in the knee, press down to lift yourself up, finding that 5-pointed star. Bring your hands to your hips. Heel toe the feet together. And face the top of the mat, coming back to the top. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, planting your hands. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Spin the back heel down. From here, we'll take our side angle lunge. So right elbow to right knee. Left arm tick-tocks up and open. Gaze up at the left fingertips. Opening the wings, so right fingertips come towards the mat or to your block. And same thing as we did with the triangle, walk the right fingertips underneath the right leg. Taking that bind with the left arm maybe. If you feel open, you can begin to take that bind with the right hand as well. So reaching your fingertips for each other, wrapping that right arm underneath the right side, or using your strap. 2 breaths here. Release on the exhale, coming back up, finding warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands to frame your front foot. Step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step the right foot back this time, spin the back heel down. Side angle lunge, left elbow to left knee. Bring that right arm up. Open through the heart. Drop the left fingertips to the earth or to a block. And then walk the left fingertips underneath your left leg, reaching that right arm up. Maybe take the bind with the right hand, spend a few breaths here before connecting your fingertips behind you. So wrapping that left arm underneath the left thigh, bringing the fingertips together or finding your strap. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale slow. One more breath in. Gently release. Coming up to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step it back to plank. Lower through your choice. Inhale through your choice. Cobra, up dog, child's pose. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Exhale it out. Look between your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Roll to stand. Take your time. Mountain pose. Big inhale. Big exhale. Step the left foot to the back of the mat and take pyramid pose. This time we're going to take reverse prayer behind our back. So bringing the palms together if you can. You can also just take your hips or use your strap. So left foot is back, squaring the hips towards the top of the mat and straightening that right leg. Palms together. Inhale, lifting up out of the pelvis, then hinging forward. Heart comes forward. Gaze down at your big toe. Pull that right hip back. Keep a slight bend in the knee if you'd like. You'll feel the intense stretch in the right side. Tuck the chin, but keep the gaze at the big toe. Right leg continues to pull back in space. Feet scissoring together. And press down to lift up. Release the arms up overhead. And exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let your head hang heavy, let the arms dangle. And then we're going to roll up to stand. Finding mountain. This time, stepping the right foot back, finding pyramid pose for the other side. Square the hips towards the top of the mat, so left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Taking reverse prayer or whatever variation of your arms behind you that works for you. Inhale, lifting up out of the pelvis, hug the ribs in, drop the shoulders, lift the gaze. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward over that left leg. Left leg stays straight. There's a little bend in the knee as best you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding a little more, tucking the chin, but keeping the gaze at the big toe. Left hip pulling back. Steady breath, steady gaze. Stay with yourself in the posture. You're almost there. One more inhale and exhale. Pressing your feet to lift up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, step to stand. Arms to your side. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step it to plank. Lower through as you're ready. Inhale, open the heart, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Settle in. Squeezing the feet and the hands together, lifting up through the core. Fingertips pressing down. And look between your hands and tiptoe towards the top of the mat, finding a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet about hips width distance apart. And take your fingers to your big toe, wrapping the first 2 fingers around them. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Releasing the head and the neck. And lifting up to the sitting bones. So feeling it in those hamstrings. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Last exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the toes, bring your hands to your hips, come up to stand. All right, when you feel ready, shift the weight to the left foot. Bring that right knee up, finding one-legged mountain, as I like to call it. And from here, you can either begin with tree, or if you're ready, we're gonna take hand to big toe. So same thing, first two fingers grabbing your big toe, wrapping your fingers around them. You can also use your strap here. We're gonna be working our way to bird of paradise from here. So don't get too intimidated, take it one step at a time. Press down through the left foot, wrapping your toes or your fingers around your right toe, or taking your strap around the foot. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you begin to extend that right leg long out in front of you, standing hand to big toe pose. Pull that right hip back, belly over the thigh, heart reaches forward. Work on lengthening up, pressing out through the heel, but still plugging that right hip in. Maybe you begin to open the leg towards the right now. Taking your time, adjusting as you need. Lifting through the heart. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale, maybe folding over the legs. Bring it back in, bending into the knee. Releasing into tree. Breathe. Maybe fall out. Moving back to your tree. One more inhale here. Draw the knee forward. Gently release it to the mat. Shake it out. Pursing the lips, shaking the wrists and the fingertips. Sighing out. When you're ready, shift the weight to the right side. And here we go. On the other side, bringing that left knee up. Maybe taking one-legged mountain. Maybe taking tree. And you're ready for your next step. First two fingers of the left hand, wrap around that big left toe. Or grab your step. Hang out here for a minute, finding your balance. Rooting down through the foot. Drawing that energy up through the leg, and then beginning to straighten that left leg out in front of you as best you can. Again, use your strap if you'd like. Hold out to the wall if you need a little extra balance. Pull that left hip in, lengthen through the spine, press out through the left heel. Find some lift. Stay grounded in that right foot. Maybe begin to open that left leg, open towards the left. Bending into that knee as much as you need. Try to keep the upper body straight. Soften the face. Maybe you're shaking like I am. Stay with yourself. Inhale back to center. Bending that left knee. Release the toes. Find tree pose. A little extra challenge here. Feel free to skip. Take a breath in tree. Release it down. Bringing the knee forward, lowering that foot. Good. Arms to your side. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe your feet apart. Take ragdoll pose, grabbing either elbow, letting the torso hang heavy, head down. If this posture isn't helping you feel a little bit more grounded and releasing after our little standing series, then feel free to take a different variation or remain standing. And back to the breath rhythm. Release the elbows and keeping the torso hanging over, clasp the fingertips behind your low back, finding standing yoga mudra. Clasping the fingertips at your low back and then lengthening out through the arms, dropping the fists up overhead, stretching through the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the fingertips. Exhale, wide-legged chair, sinking down. Inhale to stand. Arms to your side, bringing the feet together. Gaze up, finding a point to focus on. Coming back to your breath. Reminding yourself to not rush the process, even when we anticipate things coming, whether that's exciting or nerve-wracking, or any other emotion you feel towards bird of paradise or something coming up in your own life. It's important to take it one moment at a time. Sit with yourself and whatever comes up. Focus on the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Warrior one, plant that heel down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Squaring the hips towards the top of the mat, arms reach up. Right hip pulls back. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, humble warrior, clasp the fingertips together behind you. Lift the heart, inhale, exhale. Lower between the legs, arms up overhead. Press the knife edge of the left foot into the mat. Press the arch of the foot down in the front, feeling firm and strong. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands, bring the right elbow to the right knee, finding your side angle lunge, opening the hips a little towards the left side, reaching up with the left hand, dropping that right hand down to the mat, taking the bind. So wiggle that shoulder down, walk the fingertips underneath the right hand, finding your strap if you need, bend at the elbows to clasp your fingertips around that right leg. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, begin to step that left foot forward until you feel really silly and awkward. If that's how you're feeling, you're doing it right. So now we're bound between the legs with our right arm underneath and around the right leg. Shift the weight to the left foot, come up onto your right toes. Slowly begin to stand and take your time. Being graceful with your judgment of yourself, even if your body doesn't feel too graceful. Slowly, maybe making your way to stand or falling out. Taking your time to get back in. And just try to have some fun with it. Notice what feels weak and what feels strong. Maybe today, you're just here standing with the knee bent. Maybe you can begin to straighten that leg. Try to find some lift opening in the shoulders. Gently release, coming to stand. Close the eyes, bring the palms together, heart center. Big breath in, cleansing breath out. Let that sink in. Release the palms, and we'll take the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step the right foot to the back of the mat, warrior one. Spin the heel down. Ground down through the feet to reach up with the arms. Left knee is bent, right hip pulling forward, arms up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, humble warrior, clasp the fingertips behind the low back. Draw the fist down the spine as you open your heart towards the sky. Exhale, fold between the legs. Firm in the feet. Light in the neck. Breathe. Scissoring the legs in towards each other. Inhale, halfway lift, release the arms. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Open the hips as you reach the right arm up. Left arm comes down, left fingertips to their mat. Walking the left hand underneath your left leg, taking the bind. Fingertips clasp, or maybe taking your strap. I'm going to take the strap this time. So opening through the shoulders, find some length in the spine, straighten through the torso. And then begin to tiptoe, hop that right foot forward until you find yourself in a bound forward fold. Maybe feeling a little silly. Then begin to shift your weight to your right foot, coming up onto the left toes. Press down through the right foot to begin to stand, lifting up and open. Finding that strap or your fingertips, still keeping That left arm wrapped under the thigh. Maybe you begin to straighten your left toes. Maybe your balance is all over the place, like mine. Just take it one day at a time. Beginning to maybe straighten those left toes, finding some length in the spine, focusing on something not moving. So probably look away from the screen at this point. Find your spot to focus on. Breathe. When you're ready to release, do so as gently, slowly as you can. And come to stand, bringing the palms together, heart center. Honoring your body for the effort it provides you. Taking a deep breath in, exhale out to release. Hands to your side, and we'll rinse it out. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, lower to your knees. Take a child's pose. 3 breaths here. Forehead to the mat. Knees can be together or wide. Inhale, lift the gaze, make your way to your belly. We'll take bow pose. Reach your arms to your sides, bending your knees, and windshield wipers the legs left and right. Exhale it out, bring the legs to stillness. Inhale, lift the shoulders off the mat, finding a little bit of cobra here. Reach the hands back and grab the outer edges of your feet. If you've got that, begin to lift the knees, open the heart. Slight tuck of the chin here, so keep the neck neutral. Finding your bow pose. One more breath in. Exhale, slow motion release. Maybe some windshield wipers with the legs if that feels good for you. Exhale it out. Release the legs. Push your hands next to you to lift yourself up. And sitting back onto your heels for hero pose. Take a breath. Exhale. Shift the hips to one side. Coming to bound angle, soles of the feet together. Roll the shoulders down the back. Lift the heart. But keep the ribs in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold over your legs, clasping your toes, maybe wiggling the elbows in the front of your legs. Full breath in to lengthen. Exhale, melt forward. Drop the head. Release the gaze. Begin to steady the breath. Inhale slowly to sit up. Extend the right leg long. Bring the sole of the left foot into the right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And drop that right hand down the right leg. Maybe grab your big toe, maybe just your ankle. Reach that left arm up overhead, but open the shoulder. If you want to take that bind, you can. Or if there's a different version of this Janu Shirshasana posture that you prefer, feel free to ease into that variation. Two more breaths here. Inhale, slowly begin to sit back up. Extend the left leg long. Bring the sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Inhale, arms up. Left arm reaches down as your fingertips grab your big toe or any part of your leg. Reach up with that right arm and slowly bend towards the left. Keeping that shoulder open, maybe taking the bind or mimicking the version of this posture that you took on the other side. Two more rounds of breath. Inhale, slowly begin to sit up. Bring the legs together. We'll take a forward fold. So spin the inner thighs down and in, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Reaching for your feet, grabbing wherever you can. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, folding forward. Final breath out. Inhale to sit up. Begin to bend into that right knee. And take the right arm up and back behind you. Lengthen. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, the left elbow into the left knee, finding your twist. Lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, look over your back right shoulder. 2 or 3 breaths here. And then inhaling back to center, switching sides, lengthening the right leg. Bringing that left knee in. Left arm spins back behind you. Tempt the fingertips up at your low back to prop yourself up. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Hook the right elbow on the outside of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to twist. Look over your left shoulder. Deep, slow breaths. On your inhale, come back to center. Unwind. Bring the feet together, bending into the knees and lower onto your back. Cross the right leg over the left so your knees are stacked. And lift the feet off the mat. Reach for your legs. So you're taking eagle legs, grabbing onto your ankles. Draw those legs down, finding that hip stretch on the right side. Tuck the chin. Lengthen the spine on the back of the mat. And release your grip. And take that right knee and gently draw it over the left side of the mat, taking a twist. So legs to the left. Reach the right arm out. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And the feet back down and switch sides. So uncross the leg. This time cross the left leg over the right so the knees are stacked. And lifting the feet off the mat, reach for your shins, your feet, ankles, and draw those legs down and in towards you so you feel that opening in the left hip, left glute. Slight tuck the chin. Breathing down. Breathing steady. Not allowing the mind to wander too far. And then releasing your feet. With your right hand, gently guide that left leg over to the right side. So legs to the left. Extend the left arm, legs to the right, left arm out, stretched beside you. Your gaze follows, looking over your left shoulder. Allow yourself to settle in. Inhale back to center. And then cross the legs. Bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to open. Finding butterfly pose. You bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Finding that connection between breath in and out. Slowly begin to only let your breath be the movement you can sense in your body. Feel the knees becoming heavy. Relax the shoulders and the elbows. Soften the face and the jaw. Release the hands. Bring the knees together. And draw the knees in towards your chest. Wrap your forearms or your wrists around them. Give yourself a squeeze. We'll take happy baby, reaching between the knees for the feet. Opening the legs wide here, and then bending the knees, bringing the heels in. And then maybe taking one side and the other, drawing the left heel and extending the right leg long, switching sides. And then any variation of happy baby or any final other shapes, postures you'd like to close out your practice. Maybe hugging the knees in again. Plow pose. Follow your body's cues. Take some final breaths. And we'll end here in Shavasana. So extend the legs long whenever you're ready. Arms at your side. Allow the body to become motionless. Again, tuning into the breath, the heartbeat. Allow those systems to take over naturally. So release the awareness of it. As you exhale, feeling the earth support you. As you inhale, allowing yourself to gently float into sense of warmth and peace. Safely supported on the mat. Release the thoughts. Spend as much time as you need here. Remember, most important posture. Time to prove to ourselves the end of hard work. Be here now.